Hi, this is Mel from Bangle. Today we're going to talk about walking. So, walking is really beneficial, especially walking in nature. So if you walk in nature outdoors, it's amazingly good because if you walk in main roads where all the cars are going, it's kind of polluted the air there. Cars are going and there are a lot of electromagnetic radiation, so it's really not that great. But if you walk in nature, electromagnetic radiation reduces, plus the noise of the birds and nature sounds. It's really good for us. And the trees gives out plenty of oxygen, so which good for our air exchange. So it's great for our lungs. So let's talk about few of the benefits that we are going to get if you walk daily in nature, like in the walking trails and forest and things like that. Many people do love walking there because the walking kind of becomes like meditation because there's no interruption of the city noises, the cars coming and going, all that. So it's just similar kind of vibe, like everybody walking, or the birds are chattering, or the little water, creek water flowing, or maybe a few fishes roaming around in the water. So it's just like a very pleasant environment where you feel mentally happy and peaceful. So first of all, the very important thing about walking is it does weight reduction. If it's done daily, religiously, every day you set yourself a time and you just go for a walk for that time. So that's number one, weight reduction. People who has done it regularly, religiously for a year, and they have seen significant benefit. And as you're breathing, taking in and out fresh oxygen, walking, it increases your lung capacity so you can take in greater amount of oxygen, and more oxygen you can get in, and oxygenation happens to all your cells, more healthier you'll become. So on the other hand, the less oxygen you can take in and more carbon dioxide you're rebreathing, you're going to be sick. So think about that for a moment. Prevents heart disease, and since walking you are boosting your blood circulation, you're helping you're walking, so you're helping your feet is doing the blood circulation, so that's helping your heart to do more blood circulation, helping out the heart. So it's good for the heart, and it reduces all lifestyle chronic diseases which comes along with non-walking, sitting down jobs. And it also reduces your craving for junk food, sugary cravings. Now, if you have walked quite a few miles and you come back and you see all of a sudden you're craving for some sweet sugary food, now that's normal because your blood sugar has went down because of walking. So that time, instead of running for a bowl of ice cream, you should run for some nuts and seeds and maybe raisin if you have a sweet craving. So dates, raisin, coconut, and nut seeds. So make a like trail mix. You can eat that, and you can grab some fruits like watermelon, mango, banana. Right after people walk, they can do a smoothie of some banana and other fruit and some low-fat yogurt, and that will be very satisfying, and that will stop the sweet craving. The sweet craving mainly happens because their blood sugar went down due to walking. So the walking reduces blood sugar, blood pressure, reduces the LDL, the bad cholesterol, increases the good one, and it's very good for mood. So you're feeling very cranky, angry, mean, nasty, and as soon as you go for a walk, you feel really wonderful, especially if you go in nature and you see the birds and you see the people, even though you don't know them, and you say just say hi, and that's just really amazing. And remember the story, this is so funny. There was one person who used to live in my neighborhood, and one time he bought a house, so he was moving away. Now this person was like very reserved, and he didn't have many friends or anything, but he did say hi to people, and that's about it. So when he was moving, I had a chat with him, and he said he's really sad that he's moving away. He's going to miss all the friends. So I said, what friends? Because he really didn't have any friends. And then he said, well, when I go for a walk, I say hi to everybody in the walking trail, and they say hi back to me. And this has been going on for 5 years, so they are my walking friends. And I was like, wow. So even though he didn't have actually friends, he didn't go to anybody's house or invite anybody in his house, but still those were his walking buddies, and he felt connected. So after he moved away to another place, and then he still came, he drove by 2-3 times a week, and he would just walk in the same walking path to say hi to those acquaintances, just somebody you say hi on your path. So the bottom line is walking makes us social, because then you go and you see somebody and say hi while in your walking path. If you see that person on a daily basis walking, this becomes your friend, distant friend, who you just say hi, not much. So walking is really great for keeping us social and making us feel happy. That smile is amazing, and smile could heal everything. So walking also prevents getting old earlier or having age-related disabilities, and prevents cancer. So it delays our aging and lowers our blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, boosts our immunity, and improves blood circulation throughout the body, especially in the legs. So then improves blood circulation in the legs, stops or improves varicose veins, and it reduces the chances of having a heart related disease like stroke, heart attack, things like that. Walking is really good, and it's good for digestion. For walking daily speeds up digestion, and it decreases the risk for diabetes, heart attack, high blood pressure, cholesterol, cancer, and reduces the risk of Alzheimer, because walking is really good for the brain. It boosts in the production of serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is the happy hormone, and melatonin is for sleep. So if people cannot sleep, they must walk. Walking is also good for digestion and moving things throughout the body. So if someone is having constipation, they need to drink a lot of water, walk, and eat a lot of high fiber food like fruits and vegetables. So these three things will greatly help if they are having constipation. And so drinking a lot of water and walking will do really awesome for constipation. So walking is really amazing, and I went through some basic things, and now I'm just going to little bit elaborate on those things. Say walking, if somebody walks like 5 minutes, which is 5,000 steps, 10 minutes, 10,000 steps, depends on how fast or slow you walk, and you can count it on your phone now that everything is available on phone. and so it lowers people's blood sugar level, and if they walk like 2000 steps, then it's good for their concentration and focus. So walking is also good for concentration, focus, and good for the people with ADHD, and also good for the brain, also good for the mood. And daily walk of 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps means around an hour. 10 minutes, 1,000 step. 10,000 step is an hour. So if in a steady speed you can walk about an hour, so start from 10 minutes and increase, and as you see the benefits of it, you will be so surprised that you will do it. And for that, I will, after I finish saying all this, then I'll tell you the story. So it's really great. And you know, villages and all that, years ago people used to walk and used to grow their food. They used to work in the field all day. And they were pretty healthy, and they didn't have many issues which we have today. Basically today we are sitting all day in front of the screens and nothing much. Everything is screen in our hand, all day screen and the screen. So we really don't have much connection with nature or people or anything, and which is really horrible for our health. And so walking is really great for health, plus meeting the people on the way, saying hi, also working outdoors, doing chores for your yard or garden or gardening or growing food, working under the sun. It's really good for the health because get the vitamin D. So daily habit of walking a mile to 2 mile or 3 mile will really do wonders for your body, reduces obesity, chronic conditions like high blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar, diabetes, digestive problems, cancer, so all this kind of problems it deals with it. So pretty much it's good for everything, good for the mood, good for the brain, good for the body, and every organ in the body needs to be moved. As you see out in the field, in the animal, they all day roaming around, moving. Birds are flying around, gathering their foods, eating all day. They're collecting and eating and talking and chattering and socializing with their own kind. And as soon as it's dark, they stop eating and go to sleep. Humans other way around. Humans all day hanging around home doing their work from home, whatever it is, but then they are not moving around that much, all day sitting, and then they stay up all night long, so that contributes to a lot of diseases. So if humans are more like animals, they will. So I'm going to come to a story. So the story about an auntie that I knew. The auntie had all sorts of issues, health issues, especially her knees and everything, all kinds of issues. So auntie went from different places for her issues, and they all gave her new things for her issues, and she took everything was in the book for her issues, but issues didn't reduce. She gain more. And once auntie went to one yogi, and the yogi told auntie that, do any animals just sit at home and their food come to them and they just eat and wait for the next food? And then the auntie replied, no. Said, so why does human do that? Animals have to go get their food and then eat it and then gather more food for the next time. So the whole day is just gathering food, eating, and so flying around, playing around, whatever is the kind of animal. So auntie had a nearby Indian store which sold a lot of stuff, a lot of groceries and packaged food, all kinds of things. So the yogi said, do not buy anything which comes in a package, just buy green stuff like real food, which is like live food, which has seeds, you can just grow them, so like that, which has life in it. So daily she started walking to her neighborhood Indian store, which is a grocery and fruits, vegetable, they carried everything. So she walked, and it was on a mile and a half. So she walked that mile and a half going, mile and a half coming. That is 3 miles. So she did that daily, and she'll take a bag, and on the way she stopped by and talked to everyone, say hi, how was going, what's going. So it was sort of entertainment for her. Now auntie's kids were big and they're all grown and gone, so it was just auntie and uncle was all day hiding his face behind the computer, just usual like everywhere. So auntie started doing that daily, and even the storekeeper was like thinking, why is this woman every day comes and just get few things? And so he also offered her to just carry her food for once a week and just deliver. And she says, no, I will just come every day and get my food. So she did that every day. She brought her food, came home, cleaned her vegetables and cook and eat. And by the time it was evening, but then she was so healthy after 6 months. She lost so much weight and she became so healthy that she wanted to do it twice a day, morning and evening. It became an addiction for her. So she went the evening time when she went all dressed up, looking pretty, because she took out all the clothes from her boxes which were sitting, which didn't fit her. So not only that, it healed all the issues she had related to her health, and she didn't need any more support from anything. Then also, she also lost a ton of weight. She lost about 20 to 30 pounds of weight in 6 months period. She became very healthy. She started walking very, initially when she started walking, she was walking with a stick, and she dropped everything. First she started walking with a walker, then she started walking with a stick, and she walked with nothing, and then she became so slim, trim in 1 year time. She was doing twice a day, and the walk initially used to take her to do 1.5 mile, was around an hour coming going, sometimes more, 2 hours. But then she started doing the whole thing in 15 minutes after 1 year. She was so physically fit. She became half of her body weight. Not only that, she took out all the clothes which is sitting in the box from her teenage years, and she started wearing them and dressing up, and her hair fall stopped falling, her hair stopped falling. She started focusing on her makeup and beauty and everything. And when she went out, uncle actually looked like her father, because in 1 year she looked so beautiful, as if like her age went backwards. But all she was doing is going twice a day to her neighborhood Indian store, grocery store, with her bag and getting whatever she needs for the day, mainly fruits and vegetables. She stopped eating any junk food. And then she used to come bring them and cook and eat. And evening time she used to get all dressed up, dolled up, and walk to the same Indian store. Sometimes she walked all then she got very motivated and she walked around, all the stores were there, and then she made so many friends, and it was like a really good time for auntie. And auntie actually went backwards in her age, probably 30 years. She was like 50, but she began to feel and look like in her 20s, and very physically fit, mentally happy, healthy. And uncle sometimes used to joke saying, oh, I hope you don't get a boyfriend now since I look so old. And that was so true, because auntie looked so beautiful and happy. So walking could just be the greatest thing in this world, and no running, no don't need any instrument or things or equipment or weights or anything, just plain walking. She started with cane, walker, then nothing, and then totally physically fit. And she walked as if she was running. After 1 year later, she walked very fast, and it was just walking totally transformed her to another person, totally another person. This person who was only sleeping and sitting and had zero motivation, that same person became. She started going to the store so much that the store owner liked her so much, and her personality changed. She became very friendly, and so the store owner actually gave her a full-time job as a store manager, and she did that for 4 days a week, and 3 days a week she just did her thing. But walking totally changed her outlook for life, and gave her so much confidence and self-esteem and motivation. It's just basically a life-saving thing. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe.